Hey everyone, it is Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a DIY summer clothes video, and I'm going to show you guys some ideas on how to upcycle maybe some old clothes that you have in your closet and you just want to spice them up a little bit, or of course just do it with something new. And I didn't have time to film an intro, so that's why I'm doing this now. But we're going to get started with the cutout t-shirt, and a lot of these are on band t-shirts. So I actually got this t-shirt from Walmart in the men's section for like $10, and I just used a small because it just fit me the best. Basically, I will be putting it on first and making sure I know exactly where I want the cutout to stop. And I'm gonna make one little slit right in the very center of the t-shirt, and you can find that just by folding the t-shirt in half, or you can just eyeball it. It definitely doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm gonna start to cut along the collar because I will be separating that from the little cutout. And next I'm going to cut all the way down to the center where I actually want the cutout to stop, and then you can widen the holes as much as you want. I ended up actually making mine a little bit bigger, but you basically just want to cut out the little flaps that open, and it will kind of just lead to a triangle shape. There's no real right way to do this. I'm sure there's an even easier way to do it. It's just how I ended up making this, but that's basically all that you have to do, and you will end up with a little triangle cutout top, which I think is very trendy right now, and I think it's really cute. My next DIY is super easy, but it also is very trendy, and it is just how to turn some old jeans into the frayed hem jeans that we're seeing literally all over the place. So I cuffed them to the length that I want them to be, and I just made a little cut on the side so that I knew exactly where I should be cutting off the bottom of them. And then I just cut straight across from that little line that I made just to make sure that it is the exact length. And then you obviously want to do it to the other side, and I suggest not doing these like on top of each other and making sure you cut them separately just in case the jeans are different lengths, because sometimes that is the case and then it could look a little funny or uneven once you actually put them on. But the easy thing is you can definitely even them out. So next I'm going to be cutting out a small section from the front of the jeans because I like it when it is a little bit shorter towards the front of your foot. And then I decided to distress it a little bit. I just pulled out a couple of the strings so that I just sped up the fraying process, and that's literally all that you need to do. Obviously do it to the other side, and that's it for this DIY. I think it's really cool. This next DIY is my favorite. I love tassel pom-pom shoes. They were pretty popular last year, and I'm more into it this year. And I'm actually going to show you guys how to make the tassels on yarn because it's easier. So you want to wrap yarn or string as many times around your hand as you want it to be thick, and also as long as you want it to be. So that'll all just depend on your own preference. Then you're going to want to take another piece of yarn and slip it through the actual like circles of yarn, and then tie it in a knot at the top so that it gathers everything together and make sure it's very secure. Now, taking another piece of yarn or string, you want to make sure it's long enough to be wrapped around the tassel several times, and I'm going to tie it in a knot just like this, like you see I'm doing here. And then I will take one of the long sides of the loose string or yarn, and I'm going to wrap it around where I just tied the knot several times so it gives that kind of wrapped tassel look. And then I'll tie that into a knot using the other side of the string that we just wrapped around, and I will let that kind of hang down to join the rest of the little ends of the tassel. And go ahead and trim off the long sides and find the very center of the loops so that you can cut them apart so that every little end is just hanging down, and then you can give it one more trim to make sure everything's even, and that's all you have to do. So I hope that helped. I went ahead and made a bunch of them with these different shades of thread, and it actually was easy once you get the hang of it. I just didn't want to show you guys on the thread because it's really hard to see, but I just used a hot glue gun and I glued on the tassels. If you don't want to make tassels, I think they sell small ones at Michael's, but I really like making things, and I wanted to be able to say like I made all of the little embellishments that I put on these sandals. And I went ahead and hot glued on a little line of mini pom-poms. I got these from the dollar store, as well as the thread that I used for the tassels, but you can do this in any design you want. That's what I think is so fun about it. And then I just cut off the excess string that I had from the top of the tassels, and that's it. I did it to the other side, and you can play around with different designs, and it's so fun to be able to say that you made your own little embellished sandals. This DIY is super easy to do, and all it requires is some iron-on patches. I had ordered some rose patches, but they didn't get here and they were taking forever, so my mom actually picked up this floral patch and I thought it was really cute, and I decided to place it on the top shoulder of this old jean jacket that I had. I also distressed this myself, and I just uploaded a video that shows you how I distressed my denim, and I will leave it in a card up in the corner and you guys can check it out if you want. And basically with this DIY, you could use any patch that you want and just play around with the placement and do it however you like. I think it turned out really cute, and it kind of reminds me of like Lizzie McGuire a little bit for some reason. I don't know, comment down below if you think the same thing. My last DIY is definitely the easiest out of all of these, but I love it. I think cropped sweatshirts are so cute. So I used this old one that I had from Brandy Melville, and I really didn't wear it too much because it's just way too long now. It definitely got stretched out. So all you need to do is take an old sweatshirt that maybe you don't wear anymore and make sure it is all completely flat and even. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut a straight line going directly across above the pocket of the sweatshirt. And that's seriously it. It's so easy. I know a lot of places sell them already cropped, but if you have an old one, definitely try doing this because I think it turned out really cute. But that is it for my DIY summer clothes video. I hope that you guys liked it and got some ideas for how to upcycle your old clothes and make them a little bit more interesting. And if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!